Dawn Harper remembers vividly the day
I
she
think
turned up to
I
training
needed something
alongside
more
established stars
in terms
Michelle
of the
Perry and
100
Joanna
meters
Hayes
because I
with their
needed that
sponsored kit and
endurance
shoes,
at the end.
when she herself
I thought
sported
doing a lot
tattered
more
trainers
of
that
the
had
200 would
seen a
make me better
session
for
too
the
many.
100 meters.
She was
But I
kindly
wasn't thinking of
donated an
doing it
unsigned
as
pair,
an event,
but the defending
and then,
Olympic
I
champ doesn't have
started
to
and it was
worry about
something
that
that I
anymore.
enjoyed. I'm still learning the event. I
Sponsorship
got
of events and
silver
athletes
medal
have
at the
become
Olympics,
big
which was
business.
like
In
surreal for me
2010,
because,
Usain
that
Bolt
was my
signed a
first
deal with
time
Puma,
doing
reportedly
the
worth
200 in a
£21
major
million.
championship, and it was worthwhile.
In the
And I'm
athletics
just
world,
looking
Bolt
forward to
is the
doing
exception,
more,
but in the sporting world,
sure
Jordan and Beckham
100
have
meter
set the
is
benchmark.
as good
Sponsorship
as
is
it can
what
get.
every athlete strives after in pursuit of excellence. Sponsorship enables the athlete to focus on becoming the best they can be.
Sponsors have played a huge role in all aspects of my athletic life. So Nike was my first sponsorship. They're the ones that have supported me the most, just pursuing my Olympic dreams. And it's a big deal. Like anytime I need something that is going to positively affect my training, shoes, clothing, access to different things, they're able to provide it. And not only that, I'm just able to live the life of an athlete, and that completely maximizes what I am able to do on the track. So all the things that I can control because of the help of sponsors, I'm able to control that.
As Ashton Eaton explains, sponsorship enables him to focus on the things he can control. But it's not every athlete who has the luxury of being sponsored. Sprinter James Ellington put himself on eBay in a last-ditch attempt to gain the funds needed to make the Great Britain London 2012 squad. Stadiums these days aren't only full of fans, they're named after companies and lined with logos. So, as the stars of the Olympics fight for gold, their respective paths towards the top are smoothed out by the money behind them, as the companies too aim to reach the top of the podium. On that note, somewhat incredibly, Olympic long jump champion Greg Rutherford lost his sponsorship in the wake of London 2012.
Well, it's an awkward situation with all of that, to be totally honest. But basically, the offer that was on the table at that time wasn't acceptable. But we're hoping now to revisit with some form of shoes involved, because ultimately I jump in their spikes, and you don't want to be changing things like that too much because your feet are used to them, and when you do that it can cause an issue. So we're hoping to get something positive sorted there, but ultimately I've now gone ahead and launched my own things now, my own Gravity, sorry, good if I get the name wrong, isn't it? So that should be really exciting. And hopefully it would have been a good investment, because ultimately if it hasn't been, I'll be struggling a little bit. But we were looking at a few years gone past, and we're thinking nobody else has ever tried this. Maybe that's an omen, but we're hoping that it goes really, really well.
Holding down a job and conquering the world's best in any sport is a tall order. Greg Rutherford is now a full-time professional, but he certainly didn't start off that way.
So it's just sort of thinking, I wanted to try running a business anyway. Ultimately, I'm not going to be able to jump forever, and I'm going to have experiences. I had 3 jobs before I became a professional athlete. I worked as a waiter, I worked in Gap, and I worked as a snow patroller in Milton Keynes. Now, I don't aim to go back to that. I aim to be able to do something a bit more exciting with my life. So having a bit of experience in business is something I think is very important.